I'm not screwing around right now, Elliot. You've really done it now by laying your fingers on my fiancé. What? Melanie? Aiden is my boyfriend, you know. No, wait. He's my fiancé, and we're supposed to be getting married soon. Yet you went and laid your nasty fingers on him? Aren't you supposed to be my longtime friend or something? Wait a second, what's going on here? Aiden has been my fiancé forever now. What is wrong with you? Being delusional now? Aiden is not only attractive and kind, but he has a really good job as well. I get that you want to make him yours, but he's not your man for the taking. He's my man, and has been my man for the longest time now. So don't you dare call him your fiancé ever again. You should be the one to stop calling him your fiancé. Why do you keep saying that my Aiden is your fiancé? Are you kidding me? This is going to be my last warning to you. Normally, I would be coming out and kicking your butt right now. But since you're a longtime friend of mine, I'm going to go easy on you one last time. So this is your last chance to leave my fiancé alone. Promise me right now that you will never come near my man ever again. If you can do that for me, then I'll let you off the hook. But if you ignore this promise, then I'm going to make you pay. Melanie. And once I've gone and told you off, then everyone else in our friend group will do the same, and you'll be alone forever. They will all learn about how you tried to steal my fiancé from me. And that news will spread all over town. You'll have to leave town after that. And I hope you can run away far enough so that you never have to hear about the damage you caused yourself again. Melanie, please calm down. I need you to stop talking and listen to what I have to say. Can we meet up right now and talk all of this through? Who would want to talk to a whore like you right now? Now hurry up and get the idea of my fiancé out of your head. Aiden is mine, and he will be marrying me. You and him will never become a thing.
Sorry I didn't see you calling me. What's going on? It's pretty rare of you to be calling me like that in the middle of a workday.
I have something I need to ask you about right now. Tell me what relationship you have with Melanie.
What?
Just a bit ago, I was texting with one of my longtime friends. Her name is Melanie. But for some reason, she thinks that you are her fiancé. She then started telling me to forget about you, and boy was she pissed.
What?
She was also telling me about how you have a really good job right now. So I'm wondering if perhaps she knows you from work or something? Have you ever run into one of my longtime friends before?
You're joking, right? You and her are longtime friends?
So you really do know Melanie.
It's not like we're close or anything, rather, we just work together. I told you before about how I have this coworker who was kind of a problem in the office, right? Well, that's Melanie I've been talking about.
What? She's the one that's always been approaching you in the office? The one who you're always telling to leave you alone, but she just keeps coming back for more and more?
That's her. Melanie's the one I've been telling you about. I always hated the fact that I had to work in the same department as her, so I've been trying so hard to get out of the department and move to some other location. I thought she would have left me alone after I started talking to the manager about leaving, but she just keeps coming. I don't know why she can't take any hints, but it's really starting to get on my nerves.
But you told me before that you said no to her face when she confessed her feelings to you, right?
I did, and for a week or two she stayed away from me. But I think after stopping by to see her, she got the wrong idea and thought I was into her.
You stopped by to see her? Where?
A few months ago, she came down with a serious flu and had to take a lot of time off from work. When that happened, I had to go to her house to see her. And no, I wasn't going there because I had feelings for her. But because I needed to bring her her work computer so that she could work from her house for a week. That required me to go all the way to her house, unfortunately.
What? I never knew you had to go and do that.
At that time, I had to go over there. My manager told me to bring her some leftover jelly cups we had at the office as well. And so I brought those along with me to try and make her feel a little better. But, it seems that she took that completely the wrong way and thought I was starting to feel connected to her. When I was leaving her house that day, she told me that I really must be in love with her if I'm coming all that way out to bring her jelly. At the time, I thought she was just a little bit out of it due to the flu, but well...
What?
Ever since then, I've heard rumors from other coworkers who say that she really does think that I'm into her. So now, I've really been trying my best to avoid her all the time when I'm in the office. But dang, she really does think we're dating now or something. And she thinks I'm her fiancé now too? I've never even proposed to her before.
I always remembered her as being the kind of girl who gets way too far ahead of herself when it comes to things like relationships. But I didn't think she'd get that bad.
I'm really afraid to confront her about this now. Alright, I'm just going to ignore her completely. Anytime she says anything to me, I'm going to act like she's not there. Everyone in the office knows that you and I are engaged, so they will understand what I'm doing for sure. As long as me avoiding her completely doesn't affect our work, I think this will be fine.
I really do hope so. I also happen to have a lot of trips I still need to take for work before our wedding, so I can ignore her all I want. Let's just forget about Melanie ever being a thing, and get past all of this. And once we've had the wedding and are married, she'll be forced to accept the truth. Hey, Elliot! When are you going to get to this wedding venue? I went through all of the trouble of inviting you, so hurry up and come. What? I sent you the invitation to the wedding, right? Well, today is the day of the wedding. You sent me an invitation? What? Whose wedding are you talking about right now? Huh? I'm talking about Aiden and I's wedding. Did you think someone else was getting married today? What? There was a wedding invitation from me in your mailbox, right? Have you still not opened your mailbox or something? I'm sorry, but I only just got back home from a very long business trip last night. So I haven't gotten around to looking in my mailbox yet. Jesus! You can stop lying to me about all of that right now. I know you opened the mailbox up to see the invitation from Aiden and I's wedding, right? Yet, seeing that invitation for the marriage of Aiden and I was too heartbreaking for you. And that's why you never replied to it, right? Huh? But you should be calming down from all the shock soon, right? I made sure to warn you about this before. Which means you should be over Aiden by now, right? I would be really happy if you stopped playing around with me now and started to act like the longtime friend again. You're kidding me. Do you really still think that Aiden is going out with you? Huh? What the hell was that? Does this mean you're still not over my fiancé yet? You're a lot more rude than I thought you were. If that's how you're going to act with me, then I need to get you to this wedding. I want to show you today just who Aiden is going to be getting married to. Huh? Hurry up and get your butt over here, so that you can celebrate my wedding. All of our other friends are on their way here right now, and would be very confused as to why you haven't arrived yet. I want all of you to see what true love looks like, by watching Aiden and I finally tie the knot to our eternal happiness together. What are you going on about? What other friends? Melanie, who else did you invite to that wedding of yours? Who else? All of my friends, of course. Around 30 of them should be coming here today. This is my wedding after all, so each and every one of them should be here for me. You're kidding. You invited 30 friends? I originally wanted my parents to be here today, but they both didn't want to come to a wedding of mine where I'd be marrying a man they'd never even met before, and then told me to leave them out of it in a very angry tone. Why do they have to meet Aiden before the wedding? But you invited 30 of your friends, and they all should be arriving at the wedding venue soon. There actually happens to be another wedding going on here right now. So my wedding is going to be a little late today. So all of us are just going to have to wait here in the changing room. We are all looking forward to my wedding so badly. To the point where we're ready to burst out of here and take over that other wedding. What? Here comes all the rest of my friends now. All 30 of them are going to be crammed in here with me. So things are going to become pretty cramped soon. And it is a hot day today, so I hope we can get out of here soon. But because of the wait, you'll be able to make it if you start coming now. So hurry it up and get here, please. You do happen to be my longtime friend, so I'd like for you to give a speech today as well. Melanie, I have something I'd like to ask you about. What wedding venue's changing room are you in right now? Huh? Have you really not taken a look at that invitation I sent you? It says we're at Heaven's Greenery right now. This is one of the most popular places to be read right now. So, that's where Aiden and I are at today. What? Come on! Everyone is waiting on you now, so hurry up! If you don't make it here soon, you're going to miss Aiden and I's wedding. The wedding is over with, though. What? Wow, that was a real close one there. Thankfully, I was able to let all the staff here know not to let any of you guys into the wedding hall, and have you all moved into the changing room until after the wedding's finished. But I never thought that it would be you and 30 of your friends trying to come in here. What? What? What are you talking about? What wedding is over with now? Whose wedding are you talking about? Elliot! What are you talking about right now? Aiden and I's wedding is over with now. Huh? That wedding you were told about that was running a bit late was our wedding. Well, it wasn't running late or anything though. Rather, there were no plans at this venue for you to have a wedding today. That's why we had our wedding at the time we planned it, and just finished up a little bit ago. Hold it! Elliot, there's no way Aiden would be getting married to you today. I'm tired of you always having these dang delusions all the time. Don't you mean that we're all tired of you having your delusions all the time? You're the one who seems to never be able to escape from your fantasies. I have been together with Aiden for a long time now, and we just got married. He was never going to be marrying you. Huh? I heard all about you from Aiden. All he did was come to your house once to drop off your work computer and some jelly cups from the office break room. Yet, you started having this massive misunderstanding just from that one 10-minute interaction. He never even said that he was into you. So how come you think he was ever going to marry you today? And it's not just that you thought he'd be marrying you today, but you told everyone he was your fiancé, as well as invited all your friends here. I think you've gone completely off the deep end there. How is any of this me going off the deep end? Hayden is in love with me. That's the whole reason why he came to see me when I was sick. He would never just come to my house like that while I'm sick if he was just another coworker. Aiden said he was only there because the manager asked him to. You made a mistake one day and took the wrong laptop home with you from the office. One that happened to have a lot of data from the company that's prohibited from being taken out of the office. I was doing that for his sake, though. He always seems so busy in the office, and I thought that I could help him out by taking that laptop home and doing some of the work for him. And, well, while that was happening, I started to get the flu. But even with me being contagious, he came all the way to my house because he loves me that much. He was so thankful for all the help that I gave him by doing some of that work. And from that day onward, him and I started dating. But from what I heard, Aiden chewed your butt out when you came back to work for what you'd done. And what are you talking about with him being thankful? You got him in trouble with your guy's manager, and then forced him to have to come out to your house and bring your computer so that he could take the other laptop back with him to the office. I don't get how any of that means you guys started dating. He just did that to me in order to hide our love from the rest of the office. Aiden happens to be very popular at work, so in order to keep our love on the down low, he'd always make it look like we weren't together. That's why I helped him out by never going on any dates with him, never calling or texting him, or even speaking to him at work. Wow. So that's what you thought he was doing? But how? And even though we've had to hide our love to that extent, we've been moving along very well relationship-wise. So why the hell would he be getting married to you today? There's no way he'd want to marry you. Exactly. Huh? Anyway, hurry up and go home. I would like to get changed out of this dress soon, and you all are taking up space in there. If you don't all leave soon, I'm going to have to call the staff to call the police and take care of you. The police? And once everything has calmed down, I'm going to have to apologize to the staff for having to deal with your fantasies today. I'll also be apologizing to all of our friends that got tricked into thinking you would be marrying Aiden today. Why would you do this to me, Elliot? Because of you, all of my friends hate me now. Huh? I went and tried to talk to all of them. I wanted them to know that you went and stole Aiden from me. But not a single one of them stuck around to comfort me in my broken heart. And actually, every single one of my friends told me that they didn't want to talk to me anymore and left. I already went and talked to them about what happened, and they knew even before the wedding that Aiden and I were a long-time thing. But they told me you had been trying to get them to believe you. However, when they asked for proof, all you could show them were these old images that looked photoshopped. Well, I had no other choice. Him and I never went on any dates with one another, so there was never any time to take pictures together. And we didn't want everyone in the office to find out we'd been dating. So, the only thing I could do to make it feel like we were together was Photoshop some pictures and take random secret ones of us together whenever Aiden was near me. You're still going on about that? Just shut the hell up already and live with the fact that Aiden was not dating you. No! Him and I were really a thing. That's why you need to give him back to me. Aiden is mine.
I'm nothing to you, annoying bitch. I've been with Elliot for years, and we just got married. So please, for the love of God, shut your mouth.
What?
Melanie, I'm sick and tired of this. Not only were you trying to convince everyone that we've been dating, but you started to call me your fiancé as well. But in reality, all you've been to me is my coworker. If you understand what I'm saying now, please just shut up about you and me being a thing. And get back to whatever the hell you were doing before you started working with me.
Is that you, Aiden? Why are you being so cold to me right now? I'm not just some coworker to you, right? You've been so kind to me all this time. You even came all the way to my house to care for me while I was sick, while bringing me some jelly cups. You did that for me because you love me, right?
I did not buy those jelly cups for you. I was told to bring them to you by our manager because nobody was eating them and he was going to throw them away.
What?
Honestly, I just wanted to give you your computer and get that other one back from you before leaving. But our manager told me to give you those jelly cups, and so that's what I did. You shouldn't think that I was doing that for you, because had our manager never told me to bring them, I wouldn't have. I didn't want to be at your house at all that day, but I had to because someone went and took that other computer home and tried to do my job from it.
You didn't buy those for me? I was totally happy with something like those jelly cups, though.
These things were like 4 years old and needed to go. They've been sitting on the back of the break room fridge for that long, and the boss wanted them gone. You see, nobody in the office likes those flavors, and so the only thing left to do with them was give them to you. I'm sure he thought you needed something since you were sick. And jelly is an easy thing to eat and digest, so there you go. You got yourself the whole office's leftovers.
So, that's the reason why you brought them for me?
Yep. In other words, we use you as the company garbage can.
You're lying, right? You brought me the office's 4-year-old leftovers as a gift to make me feel better?
Well, to me and the rest of the office, you're just that kind of person. Do you understand now how I feel about you? I have never been going out with you. And it's not like I was ever attracted to you in the first place.
No. No way. You can't be serious about that. I thought you bought those jelly cups for me. I ate all of those jelly cups thinking about how much you loved me then.
Well, thank you so much for finishing all those jelly cups off. I'm sure they were all so happy to have finally been eaten after that long in the back of the fridge.
So this means you and I have really not been dating? I've been so deeply in love with you, though.
And I am happy to hear how much you'd been into me, but I'm Elliot's husband now. So, anyway, would you stop it with all those really weird fantasies now? All you are to me is a coworker. If you can finally see that, then please stop talking to my wife.
Why have you done this to me? Because of you, I'm being fired from my job now. Damn it. Stop talking to me already. I don't care that everything you've been doing is finally coming to bite you in the butt now. You should know that by now. Especially after what you've done. You had your parents go into your office and your dad punch Aiden in the face believing your lies. What? Instead of going and telling your parents the damn truth, you went and continued to lie to them and made things even worse for everyone. You told them that he left you on the day of your wedding and left you crying in front of all your friends, right? Because of that, your parents asked you to let them into the office, and with their rage, went and took out their anger on Aiden. Your dad literally told Aiden that he was going to pay for making you cry before socking him in the jaw. Thank God the company is firing your ass now after what you've done to my husband. Just be happy I don't know where you are living right now, or I'd be coming over for your revenge. Well, why would all of that happen? I just wanted for Aiden to think about all he'd done to me. I thought that if my parents went and had a word with him, he'd leave you and come to me. Aiden never had anything to do with you, and yet you just went and helped your dad assault him. And guess what? Your parents came for me next. What? They went for you? But just when I thought they were coming to take their anger out on me, they both got on their hands and knees and started to beg for forgiveness. It seems that right after attacking Aiden, some of the other employees told your parents that you had been the one causing all the trouble. So they came to apologize for what you'd done to us. No way! My parents went and apologized to you? For your sake, all right. And after me, they went to the wedding venue and apologized to the staff there as well. You were asked to pay for coming into the place and acting like you had a wedding planned when you really didn't. And you also tried to come into our wedding to take it over so that you could have your own wedding sooner. But before you paid, you ran away and never came back. But they were telling me to pay $2,000 for that. There's no way I'm paying that for something that wasn't my fault. Well, if you don't pay it off, it's not going to be just your dad going to jail. Thankfully for you, your parents went and paid them before the police came and got your dad. What? Are you serious? They paid that off for me? And for that, you will never be seeing your parents again now. What? Your dad will be going to court now while in jail for assaulting Aiden. And your mom has had enough of your delusional crap and doesn't want to see you ever again. Before they left to go to the wedding venue, both of them were telling me all kinds of things about how you were no longer their daughter. And about how you seemed to never learn your lesson. So it was time they learned theirs by disowning you. No way! I'm gonna lose my parents now too? I've already lost my job and my friends though. Had you never had such a terrible spout of delusions like you had this time, then you might have been able to get off the hook and live a normal life. Actually, all you needed to do was apologize after Aiden and I told you to screw off for what you'd been trying to do. But you didn't even figure out that you could do that. Now you have fun trying to live a new life without all your friends and family. And while that's all happening with you, after that, from what Aiden had told me, it had been a topic of discussion for a while now to have Melanie fired from the company. She had been told plenty of times not to take any of the work computers home, besides just her personal one. And at one point, she left one of them at a cafe and it was reported to the company by the cafe later that day. Then came the whole situation with Aiden and Melanie's parents. And that led to the company saying they could no longer allow her to work there anymore. And with that, she was fired from the company on the spot and told to never come back. After that had happened, Melanie tried to go back to her parents' house, but her mom would not let her inside and told her to get off the property before calling the police herself. And when she tried to ask some of her now ex-friends to take her in for a bit, all of them blocked her. As of right now, she's back at her small apartment trying to pay rent with whatever savings she has left, while also going out and looking for a new job. The only issue for her is, a lot of the companies in town now know what has happened with her and her previous company, and won't even give her a chance to interview with them. I heard that she's not even eating anymore in an attempt to save money, and has lost over 25 pounds so far.